The topic of extracurricular involvement is a debatable one. Even so, schools have been encouraging it in today's society. From elementary school to college, students have been informed countless times about ways they can become more involved in their school, whether it's through club activities or team sports.
I think extracurriculars is a good thing to have because it allows you to develop your interests and hobbies. It also lets you meet new people that you might not normally meet in classes. And then also it helps develop your time management skills because as I've experienced, if you're involved in lots of things, you got to manage your time efficiently so you can also complete your academics successfully.
In less than a minute, Luella just pointed out 3 critical points that just so happen to be true. It indeed allows you to develop your interests and hobbies, meet new people with similar interests as you do, and promote time management skills. At least, finance blogger Julie Mayfield and her college student daughter Lindsay Mayfield agree with those points. With schoolwork being constantly deemed as boring or tedious, involvement with school through these extracurricular activities gives students incentive to trudge through the school days. As great as these options seem for students, is there any reason not to participate in these activities? Being a SLU, have you taken on any extracurricular activities so far?
No, not really. I decided that studying for school is much more important because I want to go to medical school. So I think the extracurriculars would really divert me from that idea. I really want to make sure that my academics is really good enough. And plus, extracurriculars are not really necessary. You can do a lot of other things instead of that.
Believe it or not, there are quite a few students who, like Ajinkia, dislike this concept of clubs and team sports. They choose not to become involved with their school because they simply prefer to spend their time doing something else, like playing video games at home, or surf the internet, or...
I would rather be reading a textbook and making sure I'll use it for my future rather than doing something like playing sports.
Some parents argue that these activities only serve as a distraction from academic studies. Well, I believe it's time for the parents to be enlightened, because the numbers are against them, literally and figuratively. In addition to having an army of extracurricular advocators, all of them are armed with statistics that show extracurricular activities to be a positive effect and influence on students. Assistant sociology professors at University of Nebraska-Lincoln Lisa Court Butler and Kelly Hagwin worked together on a research experiment in an attempt to discover the relationship between school-based extracurricular involvement and adolescent self-esteem. The experiment yielded positive results. It supported the role extracurricular involvement plays in the development of adolescents into young adulthood. The research article in fact stated, "Such activities provide adolescents a place to establish their own identities and develop important skills on which to build self-esteem." So aside from the scientific aspect, extracurricular activities also have the ability to increase your chances of getting into college. Don't take my word for it though. Take it from these college admission experts.
In my mind, it's not what the activity is, it's your passion for the activity. So find something that you are passionate about, find something that you care about, something where you can be very involved, take a leadership role if at all possible. That's what's more important than simply saying, this is the right organization, and therefore, again, checking the box.
I certainly would recommend that students who are looking to apply to MBA programs should pursue extracurricular activities that would demonstrate leadership potential and achievement.
I think in terms of if you're looking for extracurricular activities to get involved in, I think that the schools do like to see continuity in terms of if you were doing something for a really long period of time, it's going to look better than if you pick up some random activity right before you apply to business school.
So based on what they said, becoming involved is one thing, but leading what you're involved in is another. But for those who can't all be leaders, loyalty and passion for activities can also help with college admissions. So in the end, extracurricular activities ultimately benefit students one way or another. It can help you develop your interests and hobbies, meet new people, and promote time management skills. It can also help boost your self-esteem, and not only that, it can also help students get into college. So, parents, don't hold your young ones back. Let them find out what amazes them, and, in turn, they'll show you how amazing they can be.